I'm doing good. Congratulations on
You.
being our winner. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Would love, for you to kind of, recording this, kind of tell everybody a little bit about yourself and would love to learn a little bit about you.
Yeah, so right now I'm a senior at Grand Valley State University in Allendale, Michigan. I'm double majoring in photography and marketing.
Mm.
I've owned my own photography business for the past 4 years. And recently I decided to do kind of like a branding refresh and decided to not pay someone, but to design my own website by myself. So I
Wow.
designed my own logo and then kind of figured out the theme that I wanted. I'm a very nature-oriented person and I love that. So I tried to
Mm.
incorporate that in my photography style into my website to just kind of make it feel very personal.
Sure. So am I hearing that you didn't realize that you were such a good designer? You just,
I guess so, yeah. It
oh,
it
okay.
came
Wow,
down
that's
to
great.
it came down to pretty much the cost. I mean, I'm a college student. I can't really afford like
Right.
a really good designer right now. So I've had
Right.
some experience with design and all that kind of stuff, and I've always really loved graphic design. So I kind of used Adobe Illustrator and stuff to play around with making some
Great.
graphics and yeah.
Wow, that's really awesome. Really awesome to hear that. I mean, but you're a photographer, so I mean, and you're a great photographer. I was looking at your work. You have a really good eye. So I mean, you have the creativity. It's just now it's a different medium, right?
Mhm.
And I'd like you to, talk a little bit about, I mean, just, the opening of the kind of the symbolism of the opening of this website, right? I mean, you chose a certain photo for a reason to kind of give the vibe and we can see the logo if you talk about a little bit about the your concept and the symbolism of the logo and the opening of the website. Would love to kind of hear what your kind of your creative thinking was.
Yeah, so I shoot like a very warm, cinematic, like whimsical style, and I really want that to be like the front when people open the website,
Sure.
because I definitely want clients to book me with the similar vision.
Yeah.
That's really important to me. And so I started off with, it took me a while to figure out what image I wanted as the cover, but I
Mm.
wanted one that was able to be a little bit able to be transparent enough to put my words and logo like a little bit minimalistic, not too busy when they opened it. And then I kept my brand name, which is just Emma Haigler Photography, and made a logo that was just my initials to be kind of simple to just kind of go along with that. I kind of like the look of like vintagey kind of style.
Yeah.
And so I kind of went with that with like a little bit of cursive. And then if you scroll down, I wanted the about me to be there because obviously it's a very personal kind of business. You get to really know people and talk one on one. I want them to feel comfortable with knowing who I am, and including the little doodles and stuff that I made on Illustrator. Yeah, and so I just kind of wanted to give it that earthy vibe, but also like a really personal feeling. I liked the including the collage there of some of my work just so people can kind of see what I do right off the bat. And I wanted the homepage to be like really inviting because I want them to
Mhm.
click on my links and to go to my other pages and end up filling out a contact form in the end.
Yeah, it's a very humanistic approach. It's I don't know, there's like this comforting, I don't know, you just gives the vibe of that you'd be easy to work with, right? That you could definitely capture the moments. So it definitely has that easy to work with photographer kind of vibe to it. Like sometimes, photographers have, a little bit of an attitude, I think, they think that, their poop don't stink if they say, right? And you're just very, it's just very warm and friendly, approachable, makes you feel good type of vibe, and that's talking to you now that makes sense because that's how it seems, that's how you are, and you are able to kind of understand who you are and bring that into a visual design format that really represents you. Because I mean, you're a brand, right? You are the brand. You're the right. You're the visionary, and it just yeah, it's a nice reflective visual experience that is, I would say, more true probably to who you are, right?
Yeah, most of my clients, they end up telling me after the session, they're like, wow, that was so easy and you made me feel so comfortable. And that's something that I
Yeah.
really pride myself in is making people feel comfortable behind the camera.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, I really like your lighting style.
Mhm.
Your lighting style is very nice, and I think you know, you had like the little notes section there.
Yeah.
Kind of talk to us. What is your thinking behind the love notes? What was your thought process of that little scrapbooky feel?
Yeah, so most people, like photographers on my website, they have kind of like a feedback section or something, and I wanted to do something a little bit more creative, because like each note is like it's really like a personal kind of statement, and every like customer that like gives me like feedback. It's
Mm,
just like really personal. And I wanted
mhm.
people to be able to read those and kind of see them like as love notes, pretty much, not just as like a client
Yeah.
feedback for a business. And I like the idea of like writing them on little pieces of paper. So I tried my best to put them between the lines, but it's kind of hard to find that.
Yeah, I really like this idea. So I don't know if you know my background. So I judge the prestigious Webby Awards, right? So I have a kind of a keen eye for, you know, kind of conceptual thinking and improvement. So I'd like to offer some improvement here, advice to you on this section particularly. So the whole site opens up. It's great. It's humanistic. It's approachable. It's people. It's all about people and all that. Feel good, right? I would really like to see these more as individual handwritten notes from different people with different script styles, some not script, non-script, right? To make it a little bit more coming from the actual person, right? Versus just having kind of text on it, which is a great idea. But I think the next level for this improvement recommendation for you and suggestion would be is to have, you know, different people with different handwriting skills write these so it's more authentic.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. I like
You
that.
like that? Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I was
think
trying to figure out a text that would kind of look like it was written on paper, but it's
yeah,
really hard
yeah.
to.
So you know, you're going for a very authentic feel for it. Even like the typeface for love notes, right? That should be something that looks like it was almost writ out with like those old quill pens that you put the ink in. You know what I mean? Um,
Calligraphy.
yeah, exactly. More of a calligraphy type of style. Uh, that would be, I would say, you know, a major improvement for one. And two, the other part of that is it would be cool if you had these different pieces of paper that were written out and you photographed them on a background. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That would take it even further as opposed to like this green background, make it more authentic. It's almost just like it's like on your art table. It could be on your table and, you know, looking down, point of view, looking down, you see like maybe a camera lens or a piece of a camera. You know, it's almost just like it's like Emma's workspace for her camera equipment, right? And you have this, and you have like little scrap things, or you have like little, you know, little what a film strips or whatever it may be. It's more of your real work environment, right? Dark room type style, right? And these notes are there in your environment, and then you're taking a picture of that with the handwritten notes. I think that is going to be a really a big elevated experience and improvement to this section. What do you think?
Yeah, I really like that idea. I love just making it feel really authentic. So that's
Yeah,
a really good idea. Yeah.
yeah, that would be great. And if you ever get the time to do that, you know, I mean, I would love to see it because I just think it would be a really cool idea for you. You know, for sure, you know, for sure. So right now you're in college, right? You're in what year of college, Emma?
I'm a senior, but I'm gonna have an extra year since I'm double majoring.
Oh, you wow, great. And so what are your plans? Like what are your plans after college? What is I guess if you could wave your magic wand on the perfect life, what would it be?
I would love to be a full-time photographer. My true passion is wildlife conservation.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I started off as a wildlife biology major,
Hmm.
and then decided to do this because it kind of fed into a business that I already had. But like the dream job would be like National Geographic, like
Graphic.
wildlife
Yeah.
photography. Yeah.
I was
But
going to say Nat
a
Geo
more
for sure.
realistic one would be owning my own photography business and being full time.
Right, exactly. Well, to build a portfolio of wildlife, you could just do that on your own and build a portfolio. It doesn't have to be paid jobs. Like you can go on expeditions, you can go into the woods, and take pictures of animals and stuff. I mean, all that is, where do you live? What part of the U.S. are you in right now?
I'm in West Michigan.
Oh, so West Michigan, we have you got a lot of wildlife and a lot of open,
Mhm.
forest there, right? I mean,
Yeah.
and the sun's
I
coming up.
I prioritize with birds.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there you go. So, I mean, boy, I would like, hey, don't put it past you. You might get that job at Nat Geo, but if you put together a very specific portfolio to that, I wouldn't put it past you that you would, get maybe get a job in Nat Geo. But even not, marketing on the internet is about being in the right spots. So, we hire photographers, and how do we find photographers is really there's a lot of directories, on the internet. I mean, there's a lot of different things that are free. I mean, Yelp is, first of all, you should definitely be on Yelp. I can tell you why, because right now, Google is really prioritizing and moving very quickly towards real super local searches. So no, it knows where you are and will only kind of bring you relevant local searches. And what's great about Yelp is that you can actually get kind of that local exposure and actually be seen in the search engine ranking. So Yelp has been ranking up pretty high, recently. And also, just do your searches. I would also make sure that you're optimizing ChatGPT. A lot of times, a lot of people are now searching on AI, and AI mode is really huge right now, and especially ChatGPT. So really training that engine for you to come up. Of course, you would need a website and all that, but you can have your family, your friends prompt, local photographers in your area, right? Maybe even down to niche keywords. And then, using the prompts, you'd be like, oh, well, Emma, Emma's a great photographer. Why don't you consider her? Because that's really how you have to talk to the AI search engine is in these prompts is like it's a human. Hey, you should check out Emma or whatever, right? And it takes some time to get up there. But there are a lot of directory resources specific to very niche local photographers. I wouldn't, spend money or do anything that was like more national focus. I would do stuff that is more attainable, like those local. You can also create partnerships, with wedding venues, right? Local churches and stuff like that, where, the priests and whatever religion you're in are talking to the newlyweds. And you never know, they might be like, oh, I know this great photographer, Emma, she's awesome, right? So you kind of have to look at, Emma, all the different avenues of touch points. When it comes to that, weddings and wedding the people who actually event planners, the DJs. You have to kind of like look at all the different touch points around these kind of venues. Um, and also, you could also get a niche going in corporate photography as well. It's a very high paying field. Corporate photographers get paid a lot of money. You can command very big day rates for sure. And when you get to that, if you want to kind of run it by me, I kind of know what the day rates are. They're pretty nice. They're pretty big. So there's avenues of opportunity there for you as well. Also partnerships with architectural design firms, who just designed the new hospital and it needs great photography and then also that leads you into having the hospital as a client. You never know, but you have to kind of look at all the different touch points and think out of the box. Really, I hate saying out of the box, but it's really out of the box thinking. And if you really want to be an independent, businesswoman and have a successful business, you have to have that mindset to be successful.
Yeah, connections are really important, and that's something that I've been learning. I'm currently the photographer for the city of Rockford over here. I
Mm,
do all of their event photography and stuff like that.
great.
Yeah, and so most of the people that I get, throw my name out everywhere. So I
Right.
ended up adding a section on my contact form about where are you hearing me from because there's
Right.
so many different places that it's
It's
like,
amazing.
yeah, there's crazy connections that I get sometimes.
Oh, that's amazing. And you seem to be in demand, and I just hope that, you're charging the right amount too, and
Yes, yeah, I just raised my prices, so that was part of the rebranding.
good. And when you raise your prices, probably nobody actually probably questioned you about it, right?
Mm-mm. No, I had people telling me that I needed to raise my prices and they were
Oh,
tipping me extra.
well, that's great. I love the fact that that you're entrepreneurial. That's really good, and also it'll give you freedom, right? To take jobs when you want to take jobs, when you want to work, right? So, and also opportunities for for travel and stuff like
Yeah.
that. That would be great. Um, let's see. So, Austin, do you have any
Yeah, I mean,
questions?
just, love the background and,
Yeah.
really cool photography. I'd love to kind of know the inspiration behind the style that you chose to
Ooh.
kind of go behind. I know you mentioned it was kind of that warm vibe. Was there anything that inspired you to go that route, or would love to hear about that?
I've been doing photography kind of as a hobby for like over 8 years. And it's definitely taken a while to find
Mm.
my style, but natural lighting has always been really important to me. I know how to use studio lighting, but like natural sunlight is just like so beautiful to me. And coming from loving nature, I really wanted to make it feel really just like authentic and earthy tones.
Mhm.
And I always lean towards the warmer side just because it feels so like kind of like dreamy and like a movie almost. I
Mm.
take a lot of inspiration from that. Yeah, I've never really been, I don't know if you know like the bright and airy style, but I've never really been like that kind of a photographer. It's definitely more of the warm, authentic kind of like capturing candid cinematic moment feel.
Like you have such different, like they're different
Sure.
pictures, but they all kind of feel like
Hmm.
the same in a way. So I really like that about the work. How
Thank you.
And I'm sure you've built up a collection of cameras at this point over the 8 years. So, what's your favorite brand of camera
Mm.
to go with?
Yeah, I actually just switched to Sony mirrorless. So I have the Sony A7 V right now, which I
Oh,
really
cool.
love. Yeah, I took a film class last year for school, and so I've been trying to get into film photography more, but I really love that style as well.
That's awesome. So I used to do photography on the side, and I actually have a Sony A6500. So right below what you have now. I love the interchangeability of the lenses and the different
Mhm. Yeah,
aspects with them. So really cool stuff.
yeah, the mirrorless is definitely a game changer, and the eye tracking and everything is amazing when you're shooting with people.
So was there anything in regards to the marketing sub-major that you're in that you were interested in? I mean, where are you planning to go with that? Or is it kind of just tying together with the photography and how to market yourself?
Yeah, it was mainly to just kind of get those hard skills behind the art degree pretty much, and just something to even fall back on if I needed to. I did a digital marketing internship this past summer, which was really cool. So I got to work with the digital marketing team at National Heritage Academies over here, and I did a lot of videography, photography for the schools, helped manage their it's like 600 plus social media accounts for all the schools, which was really awesome. So just something like an extra skill to have, especially for promoting my own business as well.
Have you ever thought of going into video as well? Because definitely, photography is great, but and I know Ken was saying, corporate photographers, are a high rate, but videographers definitely are pretty lucrative as well. So I don't know if you've dabbled in that or if you're interested in learning anything on that side.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in learning more videography. I did one wedding video for a past client for free just to kind of try it out, and I was really happy with how it came out. And so I'm hoping to offer those services in the future as I do a little bit more for free to try to get more experience with it. But yeah, I know a lot of people from the film video department as well at GVSU, so I have some connections if I did want to learn a lot more about that.
Nice. Definitely got to get yourself a drone and a gimbal, and then you probably
Yeah. I have a gimbal.
awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's an awesome suggestion for sure. I mean that, yeah, no, because people are going to ask you like, oh, we want your video, we want your eye for video too.
Mhm.
So it seems like, it's like kind of endless, for you,
I think
Yeah.
actually for the video side, there would be so
Yeah.
many more open doors because video, as we go into the kind of future, it's just getting more and more prevalent in marketing. Any company is looking for a photographer or videographer for video shoots for sure. It's on top of, high quality photo shoots. So just throwing that out there as well.
Yeah.
For sure, for sure. So do you have any questions for us or anything that we could help you with?
Not really. I like the feedback that you had on the website and definitely the
Nice.
feedback on where to go, especially with the corporate photography and all the
Mm.
opportunities are out there because I definitely know that there's a lot more than I can see right now.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And yeah, I mean, you can find a lot of opportunities. There's a lot of free like SEO keyword search tools. You can kind
Mhm.
of see like what people are searching for, what the niches are, and all points will, you have to grab all the points. You have to kind of be, 360 and hit all the different avenues, the partnerships, the strategic partnerships, and the directories. You have to be kind of everywhere.
Maybe
Maybe
like
not everywhere.
local Facebook groups also would be a good. I
I'm
don't
Yeah,
in
know
a
if
lot
you're
of
already
local
operating in
Facebook.
those. Yeah, so good, good.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of them don't
yeah.
are kind of weird about soliciting yourself, but maybe some of them are more open to that.
Yeah, West Michigan is definitely a hot spot for photography.
Mm.
It's I kind of started on Facebook groups. My mom was like throwing out my name everywhere.
Oh, that's great.
I'm
Right.
yeah, I'm part of a lot of them, and a lot of people comment just needing photographers. So I'll throw my name out there, and I'll see people like throwing my name out there, and I'm like, oh,
Right.
that's really cool.
That's awesome. So your mom's like your publicist, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Right?
My,
She's doing it
my
commission
social
free too. Look
support.
at that. That's great.
Yep, she's always sharing my name to her friends. It's like she hears photographer and she's like, "Oh, my daughter."
Wow. So it sounds like you're on your way. You're on your way.
Yeah.
Definitely, definitely. So yeah. So again, congratulations on being our scholarship winner, Emma. Really happy
Thank
for
you.
you. Yeah. Yeah. Big things for you. Big things.
Thanks.
You're always
Okay.
welcome, if you ever want to connect on LinkedIn with us, or if you ever want to be in touch,
Yeah.
we always like to stay in touch with our scholarship winners. So if you ever need anything or have any questions, definitely feel free to reach out.
Oh yeah, you're part of our family now, so feel free to reach out if you need advice. Hey, I'm not getting too many leads for this category or whatever. Hey, what can we do? So you're part of the family now, so not a problem helping you out along the way.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
All right. All
All
right.
right,
Sounds good, Emma. Listen, have a great day. Congratulations.
Thanks. You too.